Yo guys, Paunchy here, and today we're going to do a little rundown of the new machines on the Syntakt. Now, a couple things about this. One of the machines is an analog machine, and then the other one is a digital one. So the thing about that is tracks 1 through 8 are digital only, and then tracks 9 through 12 are analog, as it's mentioned here on the bottom. Of course, the thing about that is you can only use the digital ones on the digital tracks and the analog one on the analog tracks. So the way I have it set up here, I just replaced the dual VCO here with the analog one, which is called the PSI Raw. So let's go ahead and move that over. Take this keyboard off real quick. So there's that one, and then for now I've just been swapping out the toy machine here for the new one that we have, which is the Swarm. Okay, and that sounds like this. First encoder, we have tune, of course. Well, let me set it to the keyboard here so it's a little easier. Lately I've been digging the folded keyboard, which means that you can basically have 2 octaves here. This is in chromatic, but I'm going to change it to Dorian. So that way I have 2 octaves of Dorian here. Anyway, so the first encoder here you have is tune, of course. Okay, and then the second one is detune. So the cool thing about that is with this machine you have 2 oscillators. So you can use the detune here to detune only oscillator 2. Just a couple things about this: if it's at 0, then they are both in unison, essentially, which of course means the same note. But if you tune it just a little bit above 0 or a little bit below 0, then you get kind of an interesting fattening of the sound. I like to stay kind of between like the 0.3 range because that way it doesn't sound like it's too out of tune with each other, but it gives you a little bit of that fattening effect. Another interesting thing is by default it's actually set to 12. So if you detune it a little bit above or below 12, then you get the same effect. Okay, and then the second one here is just the level for oscillator 2. Simple enough. So if you turn it down, all you get is oscillator 1. By default, it's not turned up all the way, you know, so that way you have a little bit of wiggle room as far as the levels. So, and then the decay here, you can hear that that only affects oscillator 1, or excuse me, oscillator 2. So it's by default set to infinite, but perhaps if you want oscillator 2 to decay a little bit quicker than the first one, then you can do that. But I've been digging it at the infinite setting for sure. So the next two, we have the waveforms for each oscillator. So this is the waveform for oscillator 1, and then this is the waveform for oscillator 2. You do have some ring mod options here. Well, a ring mod option, I should say. So you have all of these here we'll go through. Starting with sine. So you definitely have some really cool options as far as the oscillators go. Some combinations, of course, sound better than others, but you know, that's something I would like to leave up to you guys. As always, use your ears to decide which ones you like the best, which combinations. The next setting we have here is noise level. So if you turn that up, of course, you can clearly hear that there is just a ton more noise than by default, which can be kind of cool, you know, depending how you use it, of course. So little bit of noise is kind of cool for sure. But of course, again, I don't want to tell you what settings to use. You know, that's just there if you so choose to use it. So, and then finally, of course, we have the overdrive on the last one here. I'm going to turn the level down a little bit. Interestingly, of course, the overdrive affects the noise level in the sense that the more you overdrive it, the more the noise is present. So if you want to overdrive and not get any of that noise, you know, I'd recommend just turning the noise level all the way down. Okay, so I mean, you know, an interesting thing about that, if you just, you know, find some waves that you really like, you know, maybe a little bit of overdrive. It depends what you're going for. If you're going for a bass sound, that's a really nice analog bass sound, which is one of the reasons I love the Syntakt, is because it has analog circuits in it. So you can get analog sounds out of it, as well as digital, which is amazing to me that you can get the best of both worlds out of one machine. But, or one, you know, box, I should say. Personally, you know, I love the sound of the analog bass for sure, but in a second here, we'll see why I actually kind of prefer the other one for the other new machine for bass sound. So you can definitely get some really cool bass sounds out of this, especially if you set your filter. Maybe add a little reverb. You know, I tend not to add a lot of reverb to bass sounds, but all right, so let's move on to the next one. So the Swarm. This one is really interesting for sure. You have some really cool sounds here. So going through the settings again, of course you have the tuning for the first one. Let's turn on the keyboard. Plus or minus 2 octaves. And then the next one is interesting. So this is where you control the detuning. And based on this animation here, you actually get quite a few voices at the same time, which is really cool. It's definitely a really thick sound for sure. And so, I mean, of course, the more you turn up the detune, the crazier things get. And then the next one over here, the C encoder, you have the mix. So if you turn the mix down, you essentially only have one oscillator. So if you turn the mix up, you get all these other essentially oscillators mixed in with, you know, depending how much you have them detuned, mixed in with that original oscillator. And so you can get a really nice, like, super fat sound out of it. Okay, and then the next one is the decay. So if you turn it down, this controls, as you can hear, the overall decay of the whole sound, as opposed to the last one, which only controlled the decay of one of the oscillators. So if you want it to be really short and sweet, the decay will help you with that a little bit. So. Okay, and then noise modulation. You know, again, this is one of those things where it's like, it's just kind of a taste thing. You know, I find the best thing to do when going through these menus and stuff, as far as sound design goes, is try both ends of the spectrum. Try turning the knob up all the way, try turning it down all the way. That way it kind of gives you a way to hear the extremes, so that way you can kind of dial it in to how you want it to be. So, and then the next one, it's called detune animation. I mean, the best way to explain it is to hear what it sounds like. Of course, just based on what we hear out of it, it's just another form of detuning in a sense. That's the best way to look at it. Because if you have it turned down, you really don't get that detuning. But the higher you turn it up, the more motion you have in the detune, and the more out of tune it sounds, the more detuned it sounds. So, you know, that mixed with the detuning up top, you can definitely craft some really cool sounds with that. And then coming to the sub, this is, to me, the fundamental sub. This is probably one of the best parts about this machine, in my opinion. You can actually get some amazing sub bass out of this. So it is labeled by octave here. So 0, of course, is no sub. And then 1 is 1 octave down. And then 2 is 2 octaves down. So of course, if you're already playing some pretty low notes and you go 2 octaves down, things start to get a little weird. They kind of start to get a little muddy. But you know, if you were using a higher note, you could definitely take advantage of the 2 octaves down sub. You can definitely hear that fundamental sub there, the 2 octaves down. So dial that into taste. You know, if you don't want any sub, then set it to 0. And then, of course, last but not least, is the overdrive. Turn that down a little bit. So there you have it. That's the 2 new machines. You know, this one as well, you can, if you dial in a little bit of filter, a little bit of high pass or low pass filter, however you want. get kind of a nice plucky sound there. Maybe if you turn the decay down on the filter. Add a little bit of reverb to that. And there you have it. You have some pretty cool new sounds. Like, I definitely didn't expect Elektron to release some new sounds like this, but the fact that they did is amazing. Definitely gives us more to work with in our palette. That's pretty much it for today. Hope you guys enjoy. Feel free to sub if you haven't already, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions or any requests for a future video, and I'll see you in the next one.